Good morning, y'all. Well, I guess it's morning, afternoon, somewhere around there. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mess Adventurista. And today the video that I'm bringing you is, it's not a happy adventure that we go on. As you may know, if not, you're going to find out now. We do live in Texas, and we live locally to Texas A&M University, which on November 18th, 1999, they used to have this bonfire, this huge bonfire every year, and in November 18th, 1999, the bonfire, they built it. It was like logs that they would cut down out of, I'm assuming it was the forest. They had a cut spot, they called it. And they would cut down these logs and transport them to the university. And they had built it. It was like a wedding cake where they had like the biggest part, and then a smaller part, and then a smaller part, and then they would light it, and it was it was a big deal for the university. And so they did this every year, and the one in 99 actually at 2:42 a.m. in the morning collapsed, and it killed 12 students. And so there is now a memorial set up at the university, and you can go, and it's very nicely done. My husband and I went, we walked it last weekend, and I got these photos that I'm gonna be sharing on here of the memorial. And they have, it's a big circle that like encompasses where the bonfire stood, and in the middle of that is a black granite type stone that has the date and the time of the collapse on there. And then as you go around, there are these what they call portals, and each one has this one of the students that was killed. There's 12 of them, and they're like in bronze. It has their picture, their name, their signature, and then if you turn around, it has like something about the student. There's a marker if you look down when you're standing in there, and it has the town that they were from. And actually, I didn't realize this until doing some research afterwards, that whatever direction their portal, when you're standing in the portal, if you look out of it, it is facing their hometown. So, which I thought was neat. When we got there, I thought, it must just be, strategically placed for the 12, but it didn't seem like they were evenly placed. So I didn't understand until I got home and did a little research and found out that when you're standing in them, if you're looking out, you're looking towards the town that they are from, or were from. It's kind of, or it's quite sad that these 12 young lives ended when they did. It's heartbreaking. As being a mom, I can't imagine what their families went through and everything. So, but anyway, so I will get off from here, and I'm going to go through and show the photos of each one. And I'm hoping to do, because this is 2024. So this is actually, Monday, November 18th, 2024 will be the 25th anniversary of the collapse. They have not done the bonfire since it had ended then. There was some talk last year of starting it up again. And, there was quite a few parents that seemed to be in favor of it because they believe that their child that they lost that day would have wanted it to live on. It was a big tradition. If it was my child, I'm not so sure I would have been, I guess, so forgiving and thought that way, but that's just me. Each person is their own decision in that. But I'm going to go rambling on about it, and I'm going to just try to narrate as we go through this so you can see what each person, what their picture was like, and just a little something about each person. And before I get off here, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel. It helps build my channel with each subscriber that I have. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload new content. And if there's something in particular that you would like us to go and check out, if you're familiar with the area, and comment, let me know. It might be something that we can make available. We can go check it out. And I have quite a few things that I'd like to go get done on my days off and go see, and we'll take you along with us when we do those. But it's a new channel. I'm just getting started, and being in my 50s and learning this whole YouTube universe is a learning experience in itself. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this. I hope I do justice to the people that lost their lives there. Like I said, it's kind of a somber video, but I felt with the anniversary of their deaths coming up, I just wanted to bring it front and center so that they're not forgotten. Thanks, and then let's get started. Sauron was killed in 1958 at the age of 18 years old. He died while guarding the bonfire when pushing another student out of the way as a car crashed into a food truck, a coffee food truck that was there delivering coffee to overnight students that were on guard duty. 63 is the 1 year that the bonfire did not go on, and that was because of the assassination of President JFK. Wiley K. Jopling was ran over by a tractor at the cut site, which is where they cut the logs before they're transported to the bonfire. 6 was killed in a car accident on the way home from the cut, riding in the bed of a truck, and the driver lost control and the truck rolled over. 9 other students were injured. Lucas John Kimmel from Corpus Christi, Texas. He wanted to become a veterinarian He wanted to serve his country. He wanted to follow in his brother's footsteps by attending Texas A&M University. He was a freshman who, on the Sunday before the bonfire fell, had celebrated his 19th birthday. Brian Allen McLean from San Antonio, Texas. Brian was a member of the high school swim team for 4 years and served as a captain. He always knew Texas A&M was his university and did not apply to any other college. Joining the Corps of Cadets was a decision Brian made during his senior year in high school. After he participated in a spend the night with the Corps, Brian was hooked. Christopher David Breen of Austin, Texas. Christopher was from Austin, Texas, and had already graduated from Texas A&M in 1996 with a degree in agricultural development. And in 1999, Christopher returned again to campus to help with the bonfire planning and stayed around to make sure it was built. He had spent so many long hours working on so many bonfires before. Jeremy Richard Frampton from Turlock, California. He was a senior with a psychology major. Jeremy had been a member of the Corps of Cadets for 4 years, and he had begun considering a possibility of becoming a teacher. He had written his mother, "This year in the Corps has been one of the toughest years of my life. I have had to see every lesson you ever taught me to make it. Well, you obviously taught me well, because I did make it." Chad Anthony Powell of Keller, Texas. Although the university officially listed him as a sophomore, Chad had yet to finish his first semester on campus. The young man had tested out of enough courses on his last spring and summer to skip his freshman year academically. Chad Powell was majoring in computer engineering, hoping to own a computer business upon graduation. It is with strong faith that also allows his family to believe that God provided Chad the opportunity to say goodbye during his valedictorian address in May of that year, 1999. The closing remarks which Chad made from the stage during that speech seem almost prophetic. My prayer up here is that all of us find even greater happiness in our new lives than we had in our old. Hopefully, we will be able to enjoy whatever life brings us, but never forget the joys we have already had. To life we've known, which has prepared us extensively for whatever road we choose to take. I'd like to say goodbye to teachers who helped us to get here today. Goodbye, friends who must go our separate ways. And goodbye to the life we've known. To move on, it's the price we must pay. Jerry Don Self from Arlington, Texas. And according to his step-grandfather, Jerry was a junior at A&M, was planning to become an electrical engineer after spending time in the Air Force. Jerry embraced everyone and everything. He never met a stranger. He had the ability to talk to anybody and be their best friend in 5 minutes. He was a consummate gentleman. Michael Stephen Ebanks of Carlton, Texas. He was a freshman of aerospace engineering major at Texas A&M. He was proud of his accomplishment of being a self-taught pianist and a lover of classical music. Even as a child, he had yearned to become an astronaut. He had never been afraid to pursue his dreams. He established, then met his goal of earning a private pilot's license at age 17 before he graduated high school. He received a scholarship to attend Air Academy in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, a program for 16 and 17-year-olds, sponsored by the Experimental Aircraft Association. With the help of friends and neighbors, Michael managed to save and sell enough aluminum cans to pay his way to the U.S. Space Camp twice. Michael had always wanted to attend Texas A&M University, as his older brother had done. His older brother, Keith Ebanks, graduated from Texas A&M in 1989, but 5 years later, Keith was killed in an automobile accident. Jamie Lynn Hand of Henderson, Texas, had wrote this essay when she applied for admission to Texas A&M. She was going to be an environmental designer major. An Aggie born and reared. This was her essay. I want to be an Aggie. I have always wanted to be an Aggie. While my oldest sister was attending A&M, she invited my parents, my other 2 sisters, and me to midnight yell practice. It was awesome. I was only 10 at the time, but already I was beginning to understand the pride behind being a Texas Aggie. My parents have always stressed independence, personal responsibility, and setting and pursuing our goals and dreams. My oldest sister, a successful working wife and mother, a CPA, a true Aggie forever, has helped me to see that the possibilities are endless at Texas A&M University. I am driven to grab hold of the pride, the spirit, and the education available at Texas A&M University. Timothy Doran Curley, Jr. of Bartlett, Tennessee. He was a proud member of the tradition-rich Corps of Cadets, a first-year student who had enough credits to be classified as a sophomore. Curley was counted among the critically injured for almost 2 days before becoming the 12th Aggie to die from wounds suffered from the bonfire collapse. He had remained trapped upon the stack, refusing to submit to his own pain, bravely directing rescue teams to others who had fallen beneath the logs. His heroism symbolized the man he had become at such a young age. He had scholarship offers to many schools, but the Bartlett, Tennessee native chose Texas A&M because of the reputation of the university's engineering program. He was very involved student in his high school. He received many academic honors, and he was had an involvement in the organization called Bridge Builders. The organization was awarded a Point of Light by President Bush. Christopher Lee Hurd of Houston, Texas. He was graduate of the Marine Military Academy in Harlequin, Texas. He'd been an outstanding senior military cadet upon his graduation from the Marine Military Academy and had excelled as a boxer and was named Sailor of the Year. But Christopher, who graduated in the top 10% of his class, wasn't one to showboat. As an attitude, this attitude, along with his leadership abilities, was rewarded with the Corps of Cadets Scholarship to Texas A&M, as well as Ranger Insurance Scholarship Award in 1999. Before his freshman year ended, Christopher would sign up to join the Marines, hoping to become an ocean engineer. A freshman pre-engineering major, he dreamed of becoming a Navy SEAL commander like his father. Miranda Denise Adams of Santa Fe, Texas, a 19-year-old sophomore majoring in biomedical science. Her involvement with the bonfire even earned her the nickname Queen of the Bonfire. As an honor student, she played the saxophone in her high school marching band, was active on the student council, serving as vice president during her senior year, and was a member of the math and engineering clubs. Miranda graduated in the top 2% of her class, earned memberships into the National Honor Society, and received a Presidential Fitness Award. Miranda's vision for the future had already been firmly established. She loved to babysit and wanted to share her love of children by one day becoming a pediatrician. Nathan Scott West of Bel Air, Texas. He was studying oceanography with a SAT score of 1430 and a National Merit Scholarship semifinalist. Scott had his choice of colleges, but A&M was his dream, and he wanted to be a member of the Corps. He graduated in the top 5% of his class. He later would be described as a quiet but fiercely loyal cadet. Scott was participating in a tradition that he loved, said Richard West, the young man's father. If he had a spare minute, he would be at the bonfire. Scott is now organized in the Aggie bonfires for God. The philosophy of Scott West's life could be found in the speech he wrote while receiving his Eagle Scout badge, one that he prominently reflected the feelings he had for the world around him. It said, "I have seen heaven, and it is a beautiful place. I was watching the bees flit from the blossoms to blossom while waiting for the sunset. It was a beautiful sight, gazing at the expanse of space when no one was around was an awe-inspiring sight." Okay, friends, there was my tribute to the 12 lives that were lost 25 years ago, coming up Monday, so in a couple days. And I know because of my voice it probably doesn't do anyone any justice. I apologize. My voice today has been really off. It took me till, I think it's 9 o'clock to now, that it's taken me, it's only at 9:06. It's taken me this long just to get through recording the things I wanted to say about each of the students, because my voice just would not cooperate today. So I hope it just kind of gives you an idea these were some really talented young lives that were lost, and I know any life lost is not not a fun thing. So, but it just is so sad that 12 kids set out to do something with school pride and ended up losing their lives because of it. So, I know they went down doing what they were happy to be doing, but it's still sad. But I hope you enjoyed my little tribute to them, and um, and I'll be back again with a new adventure coming up. I don't know what it'll be, but we'll see what kind of shenanigans I can get into this next week. So um, I will talk to you all later. I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend. And our little guys have been gone this weekend to their other grandparents, so it's been quite quiet here at home. But be looking forward to seeing what kind of shenanigans they got into this weekend when they come back tomorrow. So y'all have a great rest of your night. Thank you again for watching this. Please like and share and subscribe. Bye everyone. See you next time.